Let's take a look at the Binance crypto margin trade. There are some basic tips new and experienced traders should know. These tips, which we've compiled for you, can be very beneficial in your journey while trading on the Binance crypto margin trade zone. One major tip to put into consideration is the margin level and margin call. The margin level is the level at which your assets could get liquidated on the Binance margin platform. So the margin level is being calculated as total asset value divided by, in brackets, the total borrowed value plus the total unpaid interest value. In a clear sense, the margin level is a level at which Binance could or will liquidate your assets or collateral, which you've used in borrowing or leveraging on your trade positions. Binance will basically give you the opportunity to borrow funds to trade in order to amplify your trading results. When these funds or these loans you've collected to push through with your trades are no longer yielding profits, and the trades are going bad or the exposure has reached a level in which they become risky, Binance will notify you which is the margin call in order for you to top up your collateral, so you can get access to continuous trading, if possible. In a scenario where this is not possible or where you are unable to meet up with the risk warning, Binance will have no other choice once the risk or margin level reaches 1.1 on the scale. Binance will have to liquidate your crypto assets or collateral used in borrowing. And also, Binance will charge you additional fees associated with liquidation fee or penalty for defaulting loans. As a crypto margin trader, you need to take note of the risk or margin level. A low risk is usually at a very good range, from 1.5 on the margin scale. Once the level gets to 1.3, your margin call is triggered and level 1.1 is the point at which your liquidation takes effect. This is a risk management procedure which helps keep the margin trades and loans in check. One feature you can put in place for this is the auto top-up feature, which allows you to automatically top up your collateral when your risk rate has been triggered, which is at level 1.3. Funds in your selected spot account can be used to top up the margin account to reduce the margin level to about 1.5, which is considered as a safe or less risky level. Using the auto top-up can reduce your liquidation risks and may save you from liquidation losses which occurs when the market fluctuates sharply. This feature helps you to prevent any liquidation possibilities in your crypto margin account or in the positions you open in your trades. Another key feature or tips you need to understand is that the Binance has the cooling off period. This cooling off period can be assessed here using the More option or when you go over to the Binance Trade Zone to start margin trading. The menu allows you to select the cooling off option. The cooling off period helps prevent users from trading excessively on the Binance platform. One of the major disadvantages or cons in trading is the fact that users might want to make profits from their lost trades. Or traders may want to try as much as possible to make back the losses they've made. So this measure is available for users to activate anytime they feel this way. In most situations, users may end up trading for a long period of time without control or addictively. This is termed irresponsible trading. Binance encourages users to trade responsibly, and Binance allows users to set the date at which they can utilize a cooling off period. So you can either decide to put a start date for your cooling off period and also an end date for your cooling off period, which are available for daily, weekly, or a particular period of activation. Please note that you will not be able to disable this cooling off margin borrowing function period once activated. Once the cooling off period has been set, the time interval must reach the due date before users can get access to trading again. The terminating feature for this cooling off period is not available, however users are solely in charge of setting their preferred cooling off period 100%. If you want to use it, you would need to enforce the timeline you want. To edit it, you would first put it on and you can click on Confirm. You will get the notification that your cooling off period activation has been successful. So the borrowing function cannot be turned on during this cooling off period. Your margin trading is now disabled for the day, if your set cooling off period is for 24 hours. This technique is proven to allow traders to re-strategize and make better profitable trades. It also allows you to relax or gives you the opportunity to avoid several risks associated with too much trading. The Binance platform is made to offer users the best experience while also showing users basic information and guides to help them become financially free and responsible. Most users use this as an opportunity to cool off and connect with the outside world. So feel free to always utilize this opportunity and recommended feature while trading on the Binance margin. Margin trading allows users to amplify their trading results, whether in profits or in loss. Margin trading is not limited to the crypto space but is also used in the stock or commodity markets, in which case a broker or third party is duly responsible for providing you with the funds you need to amplify your profits, most likely. The margin trading is solely divided into the cross-margin trading account and the isolated margin trading account. The margin in isolated margin mode is independent for each trading pair, while margin in cross-margin mode is shared among the user's margin account. This is one key difference between these types of margin trading modes available. Another major difference is the fact that the cross-margin account allows users access to enjoy up to 3x leverages or result implications. So users can amplify their trading results up to 3 times the amount that they've deposited or 3 times the amount that they've used as collateral. So let's say you deposited 1 BTC into your Binance cross-margin trading account. This can give you about 3 BTC. This is one of the benefits of Binance cross-margin trading. You can trade with your desired leverage position for the cross or margin account modes. The cross-margin account has a variety of asset positions for 3x leverage benefits. Your open positions are usually spread across several other crypto assets, risks inclusive. So users who wish to trade multiple assets usually prefer to use the cross-margin account mode, as they can open leverage positions for BTC as well as positions for Ethereum, XRP, and BNB. Now let's take a look at the isolated margin trading. A major feature about the isolated margin trading is that it offers users an opportunity to get more leverage options. So users get the opportunity to get reduced or result exposure or have more chances of amplifying their results in trading. Although the risk usage is a little bit reduced as compared to cross-margin trading. This is because for isolated margin trading a user will be more allowed to open a position on a particular digital asset. So each of these digital assets or these cryptocurrencies have their own individual leverages or amplification ratio. The position is independent for each trading pair. This leverage positions range up to 10x instead of the 3x leverage capped for cross-margin trading. This can provide a trader with more benefits or opportunities if well utilized while also monitoring a particular asset, such as Bitcoin sold. Risk is also isolated in each isolated margin account. Once liquidation happens, it will not affect other isolated positions. In the case of the cross-margin trading mode, it is very different. Assets in the cross-margin account are shared by all positions. The margin level is calculated according to total asset value and debt in the cross-margin account. The system will check the margin level of the cross-margin account and notify users about supplying additional margin or closing positions. Once liquidation happens, all positions will be liquidated. Opening a particular position instead of opening several positions for most users who are new to the cryptocurrency world could really be more beneficial. This is because, with single positions, a user can concentrate or focus on the trading outcome or managing the results easily. A new user could want to open a position for just BTC until they are more experienced and they can start trading or opening more positions with other assets they might want to trade too. The leverage option a trader is comfortable in using is allowed. So for an asset with leverage opportunities up to 10x, a trader can always decide which leverage they are comfortable in using. Planning your trading strategy is essential as a margin trader. Isolated margin offers a good way to enable you to monitor your assets in a way that can be less exposed. Margin traders users who are experienced may find the cross-margin mode more beneficial. Margin calculator and your P&L or the profit and loss functions are useful too. This allows you to see your profit and loss. To fund your account, you can move funds from your spot account by clicking on the transfer button. You will be allowed to transfer your assets from your Binance Spot wallet or your funding wallet directly to your margin account. In which case you can now utilize the funds you've transferred as collateral to enable you amplify the positions you want to open. If convenient with using a particular trade account and you want to transfer funds, all you need to do is to click on where your funds are. Let's say you have some funds in your wallet. You should click the funds you have in your spots or funding wallet and select where you want to transfer these funds to. If you want to put them in your isolated margin, you can decide to put them on whichever assets you have. Also, let's say you have some amount of BTC, you want to change the coin here to BTC or whichever asset that you currently with that is A, or whichever trading pair that is eligible or is available for you. So once you've done that, you're all set. And basically that's how it works for transferring funds. Then you can now go ahead to leverage on these and funds or to borrow funds using the Binance Borrow option, and you will be given the opportunity to make or to push through with your crypto margin positions now. So these are tips you should understand when using the Binance crypto margin on the Binance. Binance has now created or launched the Margin Funday Friday rewards, which gives users the opportunity to get cashbacks or rewards from their trading fees, which are being charged on the Binance margin trades on a weekly basis. So users can now get up to 20% when trading on their Binance margin trade accounts. On a weekly basis, all you need to do is to go over to the Funday Friday rewards page and claim your rewards. Your rewards will be available for you to see here and claim the rewards, and also the requirements are also listed here below. The Funday Friday campaign will continue to run for as long as Binance deems it fit. So Binance is solely responsible for this reward selection for these rewards and campaigns. So I think it's a good way for Binance to give back to society and give back to its users. All you need to do is to trade and make sure you trade in a good amount of volume. Basically, the minimum trades being required is mostly around 1,000 buzzed on a daily average basis, so this could include whichever transaction you initiate when using the Binance margin trade or Binance leverages option. So you need to know that the main eligibility is for you to trade up to $1,000 or more, and you are good to go for you to participate in this. Binance will distribute 5% based on the average borrower amount, and also 15% fees reward distributed based on the average trading volumes. So on a regular basis, users can go over to the Binance platform or the Binance Funding Reward Center to claim their rewards. You need to take note that rewards that have not been redeemed or are not claimed will not be automatically sent to your wallet. They will be forfeited and you won't be able to claim. So do well to claim your reward weekly. So these are some key features you need to know, so you should always on a weekly basis go over to the Binance Funday Friday page. As long as you are a crypto margin trader, you can benefit from this and collect your rewards. So in this scenario, you are going to know what's available for you to claim and also view your distribution records and more. There are lots of benefits in using Binance. To use the Binance margin trading portal as a new user, you need to make sure you complete the necessary requirements needed. Fund your account after creation and you've completed your KYC verifications and other recommended prompts. You need to complete the Binance margin quiz questions, as this is one of the risk measures which allows Binance to know that you are aware of what the Binance margin trade is all about. So you want to be aware that the Binance margin trade is not risk-free. It has the opportunity to amplify your trade results in both profit and loss. We do recommend new users that want to trade should do so responsibly. You may want to use the margin trade guides on the Binance margin menus. This allows users to learn more and also accumulate more knowledge and experience in the Binance trading arena. New users are also recommended to trade with minimal capital or risks. This will reduce any beginner losses you may have, if any. Binance is in collaboration with trading platforms such as TraderWagon, where new users can also copy trades from experienced traders. Although, this is not entirely risk-free as losses can also occur. This is basically all you need to do. These are the important tips for you to know and you need to prevent in order for you to have a stress-free margin trading. You need to prevent any means of liquidation on your Binance collateral or your Binance crypto assets which you've used as collateral, so this will prevent you from getting additional or liquidation fees that are attached to margin level liquidation. On default, the Binance Margin Trade dashboard has the BTC against USD pair. You can get to see lots of features that are made available as well as those of reward activities. All you need to do is to familiarize yourself with as much as possible with these utilities and you're good to go. You can decide to utilize the cross-margin trading or you can decide to use the isolated margin traders, so whichever one you feel is convenient for you. You're free to go ahead and utilize it and start enjoying the benefits associated with each. We do hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. We hope you've learned some basic concepts about the Binance margin trade. The fact that the Binance margin trade comes along with the cooling off period, which enables users to put a lien on their accounts and pause trading activities. Trading responsibly is a benefit and it gives you the opportunity to stop trading or set a period of time in which you won't be able to trade. It /s just a way for you to keep your trading strategies and individual self in check. Also, how you need to understand how to use or make plans with the Binance isolated margin trade and also for the Binance cross margin trade. Their basic difference is that the cross margin trade usually comes with 3x leverage, which means the trading results amplification you can get is up to 3x of the amounts that you've used as collateral.